Thanks, Steve, for answering one of the questions or giving your reasoning behind it. But when I think about Bathsheba and listen to the stories that are explained about her, the one thing that happened was, so let's start from the beginning, because obviously I think that Stephen James DeShawn is somebody that has this major authority in the world, and considering that, with me being harassed for 5 good solid years from Stephen James himself, knowing him for about 6 years now, knowing the position that you're in, I don't take things lightly. But because I've been so betrayed by many different people that were, it just seemed like they were your people. So, and I don't know how much of it was an act from the beginning. It could have just been like in sweetness, just keeping the secrets from me, in sweetness, of course, in kind. Because in reality, what really happened over the past 7 years in my life, from YouTube to real life, it's pretty much been the same. And Bowie died, but he was at the end of his life regardless. And but really, with the people on YouTube, it's not like anybody, I never got into a fight with anybody. I never got hurt by anybody. It's like, it's just all words. And there was a lot of productions done defaming my name, even though I'm a nobody, but the name itself, just slandering it. The amount of people that got up in 2018 and 19 made me famous on YouTube, and that's because of Steve. So I've held feelings against him with irritation and anger, but yeah, it's just me it's just me battling my demons. Because the reality is, there's good intentions with what Steve's doing, and everybody's an actor anyway, so he's just a damn good actor. And considering with just that face and channel and voice and position, and considering that's the name that is tied into gematria more than any other name, I got to go by that character, not any other character. Jacob Israel's name isn't in gematria as much as Stephen James's is. Jonathan Kleck may be in there a little bit, but not as much as Stephen James. So the government and all Hollywood goes by it, and all YouTube agents and everybody who has been brainwashed by Steve to believe that that's like the almighty answer. It has some, it's not like it's pointless, but the way it is supposed to be perceived, how you can punch in hocus pocus numbers and the name and, whatever it says, and it's you. But I think it's more like, read between the lines. Scumbag. You're a shit pile. Just punch in shit pile in gematria, or a piece of shit, something like that, and it'll come up to like the god of the earth. And then another one, how's that? and another one will say Satan. So what do you go by? So Steve's the one that started it. It's like a smear campaign. It's like it reminds me of the song that Taylor Swift wrote about Robin, how they all vowed to keep the secrets from him. She's talking about, it's almost like she's purifying herself in water by being bathed in truth. Like, think about this one. The day the song debuted was, I think it was April 19th, so it was only a few days ago. On April 20th, me and my current wife right now, she was talking bad about Taylor Swift. And I'm sticking up for him. Like, what are you talking about? She has a great voice. She can't sing. And then, so she's all in like a judgmental way. And that's only because the devil has judged her so much in her own head. So therefore, you do it to others, and I'm guilty of the same thing. And I still catch myself judging others with some type of feelings. So when she's singing this song, it's a new song too. It's not like it's an old song. It's a brand new song. It just came out. So the day that I'm sticking up for Taylor Swift, she had already written a song about the name of a person named Robin, a just ruler and a long rain. And it's no surprise, because when I went to the art museum and all the music videos have been directed already, and it's my footage, I'm sure she's aware. I don't know how much aware of what I've been doing that she has been, but when Jonathan Kleck did the same thing 4 years ago and said it in such a loving way, he even apologized to me. He said, "I'm sorry, Robin Hood." He said, "Sorry, Robin Hood, and all you shills, you're in deep, deep, deep trouble." Now, he didn't pronounce it that way, but he definitely meant it just like that. And that was a way of Jonathan Kleck, like, I don't know, like taking a shower or something, with cleaning himself off, you dropping the name of someone that is on the YouTube platform for free with no purse, no script, and is in it for the truth no matter what the cost. So, and that was 4 years ago with Jonathan Kleck. Stephen James was before Jonathan Kleck, and Taylor Swift is at the end of Jonathan Kleck. I wonder who is Taylor Swift to you, Jonathan Kleck? Because you talk about her quite a lot. You've mentioned her again in your last video, and the video before that, and the video before that, and before that, not in a long time, but I'm the one that made a video about Taylor Swift. In the next 3 videos, you name dropped her name. So I'm wondering, who is she to you? According to this script, who is she to you? Is she like your daughter? Granddaughter? Is she someone you go out with? Or are you Kelsey, the football player? Is she married? I guess not, right? She didn't marry Kelsey, right? So she's not married. But when you name somebody that people with eyes to see and ears to hear, and the ones that are from the inside, even if you're agents, you still know that what I've been doing for 7 years is telling you the truth about everything and revealing stuff that I didn't even know, and I found out and I showed it, and it just kept happening. The art museum footage seals it with anything that I'm saying from here on out to those of you that understand it. Taylor Swift didn't make a video about Robin just randomly and coincidentally perfectly at the exact time that I was sticking up for her, the day after, with me not even knowing that she wrote a song. Glenn is the one that sent it to me, or I still probably wouldn't even know. So it's almost like, I wonder if this happened before. Did this happen with you, Steve and James? Did some famous, was Bathsheba like famous to you? And did she come on to you? Because it's like this. And then again, there's another Bathsheba interpretation or conjecture that King David and Bathsheba, that was more like his male, and then his Bathsheba was a female version of himself. I don't know, it's just a thought, because I just watched a video and it showed King David and then Bathsheba, but when I paused it and caught the moment where it blended in, he turned into her, and it's perfect. So, but for the sake of it's separate people, you said Bobby is basically Bathsheba, Bobby, and she died. How did she die? And you said it before, but I don't know who went first. I didn't get to that part of what happened to Bathsheba or King David. I think King David died at the age of 70 or 77, or 7 years and 7 months. But what I'm getting at is that, you know, there's people in the Bible that take their women and they abusively take them, and so King David, it's not like he abusively took Bathsheba, and it was a consenting thing, and she was performing her purification that women would do. So if you're performing and you're purifying yourself and you're bathing in water, you're naked, bathing in water, purifying yourself where the king can see you, knowing that the king can see you in a place that you're bathing and purifying yourself with water, then it sounds like not only was she taking a bath and cleansing herself, but she performed her purification in front of King David so he can see her. So I'm wondering, was Bobby that way to you in the beginning? All you really got to do is just play one of your old videos. I remember you already explained it, so you don't have to keep explaining it. But I really, it would be nice if you had all your videos up, because I would just go look for it myself, because I'm interested in your life. Obviously, I haven't left you or forsook you from the beginning, and neither did you. Even though it's a weird smear campaign, but I understand. Son David. You said son David, and that was my answer, Robin Henry T. Son David, or David's son. Robinson? Who's my daddy? Who's my real dad? Bathsheba and David, they had a baby. They never named it because it died 7 days after. But that was during the adultery. So he was the son of an adulterous woman at that moment. And he died. So it's almost like Christ dying as well. And then coming back later on somehow. Because when they were married, they had Solomon and 3 other kids. And so Uriah was David. So who's Uriah to you, Steve? You still didn't answer about who Saul is. I don't know if you're really going to answer all my questions, but that'd be great if you did. Because these are these are some major questions because it's like this. Spirits of the same type of person in the Bible travels down and comes back. So if that's truly is that spirit, I would like to know 100% for sure. Even if it's the exact opposite, and it's not even if it's a script. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be true in the real world, but according to the script, what is the script? And then according to real life, what's the truth? So I'm wondering because Bathsheba was said to be in the line of the seed of David. I mean, Christ. Whether it was through David or through her own seed, maybe David turned into Bathsheba and had, I don't know. But again, separate people. That child died and went to heaven after 7 days. And Uriah was sent out on the front line, and that was David's, I guess, really close, his best warrior, soldier. There you go, his best soldier. And he sent him out on the front line and had him killed. So he went to heaven too. So what's going on here is David is sending people to heaven sooner than they if they're living on earth and they get sent to heaven sooner than later. I mean, the end result is you're going to thank, I bet you Uriah's up there thanking David, like, thank you, David. I'm in heaven. Yes. It only took a bullet to the head. See? Is that true? I mean, is that how that works? I think that's confirmation. Everybody's getting down on David for all these things that he supposedly did wrong. It was a love story. What if Bathsheba and Uriah really weren't, they really didn't love each other? But what if they get divorced? And what if David really wasn't in love with, who was it, Micah? Wasn't Micah sent in his direction by King Saul anyway? And his other daughter, didn't she gang stalk him from the very beginning? The first one? And then the second one? I think that's her name, Micah. Micah fell in love with David. But she also seen him through a window when he was with Bathsheba. Therefore, how did she see him unless she was like a part gang stalking corporation from her father Saul? Huh? And so was David really in love with her as well? And do you get sent to hell? So what if David knew he was already in hell? He's like, where else am I gonna go? I'm the king, damn it. Right, Steve? Is that what you say? You know this is hell. Hell you do. So I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud. Maybe Bathsheba and David were meant to be from the beginning, but somehow they weren't. But regardless, she was married and he was married. Right? Was he? Yeah. She was married and it was an adulterous relationship. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not lie. David played the liar a lot. He loved playing the liar. And I wonder, Steve, did you take that script literally and you're playing the liar now? Because the only thing you're lying about is me. I don't know about your stories. I have to think about them, but... So being purified, taking a bath, performing your purification so the king can see you. Taylor Swift, she didn't make a video about Steve, did she? What other names out there? I'll have to look at the list. I wonder if she made any other songs that were new, like singing a new song for the king. So I just thought maybe your Bobby was someone famous or someone really rich or something. I'll look more into it because I would like to know. I would like to know, Steve, who's your Uriah and who is your Saul? You may say Donald Trump is Saul, but who is Saul on the YouTube platform? If you're not. Because you're claiming David, all right? So if you're claiming that, you may be. I'm trying to search the matter out. You fit the role for sure. But I'm also doing these things that seem similar too, but I don't know a Bathsheba. I don't know, but all the other stuff seems to line up beforehand, being chased by Saul for like 10, 12 years. Being with my kid's mom was sent in my direction, and then my wife now, like Micah, but, loves me. But I just haven't experienced a Bathsheba moment, unless Taylor Swift is trying to perform her purification, taking a bath openly with so whoever is the king of the YouTube world can see her. So maybe it's a way of just dropping my name. It's a pure name because there's no deceit in me.